This is Economic Impact. Conversations from Emirates Development Bank.
This land is a promising land. Innovators, they are always ahead of time. We owe it to the country, to the people, to the land.
His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Al-Awadhi, the Director General of Fujairah Free Zone Authority.
Today in the free zone we have diamond manufacturing. So the
Really?
Yes.
Diamond manufacturing?
Yes, exactly. Lab-grown diamonds.
Right. How do you see the Fujairah Free Zone being a differentiated zone and authority than other parts of the UAE and other parts of the MENA region, Middle East?
We have a mandate that we can be accessible around the clock. We make assorted solutions for each company. The infrastructure we worked out in a very convenient way. We could do still more, better. We owe it to the empowerment.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Economic Impact. I have His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Al-Awadhi, the Director General of the Fujairah Free Zone Authority, a special guest with us here today. And Mr. Awadhi, if you don't mind, I would like to start by asking you, how did you reach where you are today and became the Director General of the Free Zone? What's your career? What was your path towards where you are today?
First of all, thank you very much for having me here. It's an honor for me and highly appreciated. I hope I could be an added value today for this opportunity. After finished high school, I studied back in USA. Came back, I had a great opportunity because of the community closeness. I was asked by the chairman of the port at that time, His Highness Sheikh Saleh, to join the port. Even though I was finished art and science, nothing to do with the port. I had an experience in the port for 5 years working. During the work, I had a lot of craving, a lot of passion for marketing, and of course was mostly thinking like marketing. You will be traveling. It was a little bit of more of a let's say teenage thinking in it, but it was. In principle, it was within me. I requested directly to be one of the marketing team in the port. Within I think a year and a half, I was assigned to work in the free zone, which I was supposed to be the manager working under supervision of a committee. So I was manager, I was marketing manager, and I was all about. This gave me a lot of opportunity to learn from people. It was in a start, the free zone, so I think I met in the early days maybe very few, but in the long run, I kept meeting a lot of people, adding a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of this, and was giving me a lot of courage to be a speaker. So basically, I managed to develop this personality, more of a outgoing, more of a approach, which helped me with the support that I had in the organization by my boss, His Highness Sheikh Saleh, fully authorized to, of course, with a lot of guidance. The journey took almost 30 years plus. Imagine if you learn one item a day. So while I was in the States also, I could see that I could be a very more of a active person in relationships. So in short, I think your personality, it has to be resilient. It has to be acceptable, of course, without bringing it down. Acceptance, people communicating with the people. I think. Nothing you're born with it, maybe a little bit, but basically the people surround you. I think I owe it to a lot of people around me.
That's amazing. And when you look back on your career, mashallah, 30 years and where you've reached today, I'm sure there must have been key highlights, key success stories. Do you mind sharing maybe one or two if you have anything that really stands out in your mind?
Actually, I always would like to narrate the first business that I was able to negotiate. It was a casting company. It was 1994. This was my first real manufacturing approach, and the gentleman was an Indian. He had some approval to do it in Jabal Ali, I remember, and then I told him, listen, I am a young person, I want to come up. I think what you need, we can, maybe it's not on the table, but we can provide it. Basically, you need some infrastructure at that time. Access, road, land, power is there, but we have to put things together. Trust us. What we're missing, evidence. The gentleman was kind enough. He accepted it. In 1 year, he had his operations running. They do all type of ferrous and non-ferrous moldings. The project's still on until today. And I built a good relationship with him. So it was really a win-win situation. That was one of the first. The latest one, of course, then it's been quite a lot of projects. One of them was Kronberg project. It's a manufacturing for hardness of cars. I think it had a lot of challenges between executing the work for the manufacturing plant. It was over 150 million dirham project to be prepared, the infrastructure for the company itself, between the accommodation and as well as the manufacturing unit and the financing and the challenge to deliver. This was a mandate that to deliver it within 15 months. I was very blessed to have a good team, great support from my boss again. He accepted to go for a challenge of financing, doing this infrastructure. So I think it gave me a new direction with more credibility with my boss. We went in the same path to also provide facilities and infrastructure for the company with some type of sorting financing through directly by us or through some favorable banks. We have some nice projects that's there. I think a lot of them, but with this and this. But today in the free zone we have diamond manufacturing. So the
Really?
eco grow, yes. So,
Diamond manufacturing.
Yes, exactly. What they call them eco grow lab or lab grown diamond.
Right.
It's a nice process. Something it's neat and clean, but it requires a lot of energy. Electricity is the main source. We have some here and there, some other project that we can say it's good. It's contributing to the community, to the business enhancement, to the concept of to be able to attract business. So, in principle, I think we could do still more, better. We owe it to the empowerment. I think satisfied, I can say.
That's great. How do you see the Fujairah Free Zone Authority differentiating from other parts of the UAE and other parts of the country? Of course, there's an amazing port that is right there, and it's the Arabian Sea. But how do you see it really being a differentiated zone and authority than other parts of the UAE and other parts of the MENA region, Middle East?
First of all, I must acknowledge one thing, and I think you yourself, Abu Sama, I'm sure you know, we are blessed with a country that always innovators. They are always ahead of time. To say it, first of all the free zone provide the best products.
Yeah.
The best products at the best cost, so the competitiveness is there. However, we try to see cost is the one major factor in every business. You are into field of money and finance. So, but I think accessibility. We think Fujairah, myself and my team, we have a mandate that we can be accessible around the clock. When I say around, of course, not be talking like 24 hours, but that means whenever the client requires. So accessibility. Number two, we make assorted solutions for each company. When we talk, we will see, we evaluate, we scale how much this person or this company can fit in Fujairah and how much can be beneficiary in Fujairah in comparison to 2 or 3 other zones. Usually, we sometimes we identify that if there is a plus and minus, we put it on the table. So transparency, and most of all, we have the infrastructure to meet with a lesser cost of difficulties and hassle. Rather, I'm not talking about numbers of money, but we say, figures of money, but the infrastructure we worked out in a very convenient way. So I cannot say I'm better than any zone, but I'm saying I'm available at easier, at more accessible. People, investors usually like to hear it from the top guy. Our mandate, first approach, second it should be the DG, right, or the decision maker. Still, I say we've been put in line because of the options that the other free zones put on the plate. We win some, and we see some other going, which is good again.
Amazing. And how have you seen the growth of the zone and the companies? You mentioned this diamond manufacturing or producing lab-grown diamonds, and I'm sure there must be many over the past 4 or 5 years, especially since COVID. How have you seen the growth, and how have you seen the businesses that are coming to you? Is there any specific sectors, or is it generally?
See, this question always come up. We have over 40 free zones or more, or let's say enablers in UAE, whether industrial zones or industrial cities. Basically, even though we have outlined certain categories, but however, we always accommodate most of the project as long as environmental friendly, as long as it doesn't harm or have a lot of impact on the infrastructure or resources such as electricity, water, and but in general, we've been seeing a good growth. Now, if you allow me, sir, I try to evaluate my growth in the quality of the projects.
Yes.
Maybe 7-8 years ago, we were getting 10 numbers of a certain project. We were very happy, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Today, we're taking 2 or 3, which is we are more happier. I mean, as I mentioned, we have a handful today. I mean, in the stand, we have nearly 18 or I think 20 manufacturers selected. We have, which we think it has a different milestone. It have different impact. So as we grow, we little bit shaping our project categories, our project types, and we're trying to be able to more be focused on certain categories. You know that many free zones, many, all of us, let's say, we also entertain virtual offices and normal offices in trading, and this has been happening in the last, maybe you can say, in the last 1 or 2 decades, you know, focusedly, which little bit deviated a lot of people to go into real business. And I think now it's going back with the support that we have with the Ministry of Industry and Advanced Technology, with the Ministry of Economy, with the impact, with the campaign, with the guidelines. I think we maybe witness a new era. So yes, we are growing. I can say an average in the last 10, 15 years, we maintain between 5 to 6% up and down in the same region. So I think because of the country, is the diplomacy of United Arab Emirates is a great impact. I mean, whatever we say and do, yes, we have let's say well established enablers. However, I think safety, security, stability of the country, the diplomacy of the country, the approach of United Arab Emirates leadership, management, and government. It's, I think, the main factor of the trust of the investor to come to here. So I think we have enough teams to do a lot of marketing, but believe me, maybe a great percent of that, I don't want to say 50% or 2, but I think a portion of that percentage come because of the reputation of United Arab Emirates. So things are going in a fine way. I think we need to have a better input to get more selective. I am a little bit of old-fashioned. I still want to think also to fill up some gaps of some required industries, like in food, small items. I mean, unfortunately, many of us, we look at the project according to the size and according to the... I think there is small and medium. It is still needed in this region. With my respect and regard and total obedience to the authorities. But I think we need to have that, because we can have our own product, our own... why we, let's say, import X product food, let's say, dried food, or from somewhere else, we can produce it and we export it. We have the talent, we have the capabilities, we have the budget, and we have the logistics. I think we're still missing that. So that's how I see it, sir.
Amazing. And how do you see the next 5 years? I mean, there must be things that must be exciting for you on the horizon, things you're planning to do. What can we expect over the next 5 years?
I think we are, I'm talking level of Fujairah Free Zone. I think we are a little bit more ready, better than yesterday. When I say that's better than 5 years, we have more confidence, more capabilities, more liberty into approach the clients. Today we can provide the infrastructure easily. We have a better infrastructure. I think we're looking forward to have a better result, more numbers. In Fujairah, we've seen some active parts has been coming on the stage or on the platform. I think we are able. I'm looking and I'm optimistic, and I think we can do more of a business that has advanced technologies, maybe has some impact on the general economical situation, and also the local requirement, the social, let's say, anything to do with health. I mean, we already have a company that operates and produces medical devices and products. I think we will be more selective, more accurate, more I think, let me use the word gutsy, more courageous to sit next to the bigger guys into attracting business in India.
It's amazing. Your Excellency Mohammed Awadhi, thank you so much for your time today. Much appreciated. Thank you for explaining to us everything that you do at the Free Zone and a bit about yourself and your background. Thank you again for everything today.
Thank you very much, sir. Also, you have been kind, generous, and gracious to give me this opportunity. I hope I could highlight what was possible. As a closing statement, this land is a promising land. With its leaders like you and others. You are amazing interviewing, but you are also yourself running a great and a very influential entity in United Arab Emirates, especially in the finance sector. So I think we owe it to the country, to the people, to the land. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.